Hello, my loves. It is Joey and Toot Toot here. He's going to be helping me, I guess, for the reading today. Aren't you, baby? Oh. Oh. Let's take a deep grounding breath together. Yeah. Oh. He's the star of the show around here. Obviously. Okay. Spirit, I set the intention that whoever is meant to find this reading finds it exactly when it's meant to find them. Yeah. Oh, and we set the intention for it to be affirming. Yeah, don't we, Judy? Absolutely. Okay. So someone in this, I seen this rebirth card pop out 2 times already. So it's very much like a cycle's ending. This could be like a job for some of you, but most of you, I feel like this is literally like a whole new sense of self. And that's why I love this cards or this specific deck so much, is because they literally say like rebirth, and if you see like for this one, it is you actually. This is like a new reality, and what I'm seeing is it's a new way of thinking, like a new perspective, and it's a massive change that you're going through, and it's for the better. We cannot forget that these rebirths are for our highest and our best, cutting to the world, okay? And so that's exactly another cycle card with the Five of Swords being underneath it. So you are leaving like I feel like a way of thinking, or maybe a way of being that was detrimental to yourself, or really like giving yourself a lot of like headaches and confusion and just not knowing what to do. And I feel like I've got like two different crows in my ears, like, it's also giving like playing like your own devil's advocate or something, like, yeah. But I feel like this is a collective reading, so that's not going to be for everyone, but it is like a state of confusion also. But you're learning to tap into your inner light, like you're learning to come from a place of joy. And it's like we were actually just talking about that yesterday at the shop, and it was using joy as a form of retaliation, to fear tactics, and to people that want to aggravate you, like you just kill them with kindness. And not only that, but it's like the law of resonance, Yeah, and I also feel like in this new chapter, cutting to the Five of Pentacles, I feel like you're really leaving victim mentality out. And when you step outside of that, when you really, that is such a huge chapter. Thank you, Tutu. You're distracting me. He's got his head on my leg down there, looking up at me all pitiful. Okay, but yeah. So I'm hearing 777 too. That could be a confirmation for somebody. But yeah, this is very much going to be a chapter of bliss and joy and just new beginnings. Very much like a new beginnings energy. Because if you're aligned with this reading, you just came out of that karmic cycle. You just upcycled. You just did it. Ooh, I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. Yeah, 555 also. So we have the Five of Wands here. So this, yeah, and that just confirms, like the frustrations and like the competition and the tension that you felt was all leading you to a place of growth. It was leading you to your next chapter, and it was leading you to this rebirth, okay? So it was very necessary. So let's look back on it with gratitude and really just have just that, be thankful, because it was a very valid part of our growth. And it's brought you to this point of joy now, So that's why we got to be thankful for even the painful parts of our past, because regardless, they've brought us to where we are now. Yeah, and that itself is an entire new way of thinking. And like I said, this is a perspective shift for a lot of you, okay? So, but this is also a truth-bearing card. So maybe you're starting to align more with your inner truths and starting to understand your limitlessness, and actually acting upon that, and I just see this as like the crow. It's like, I feel like your way of thinking is being like carried to spirit, like spirit understands that you're shifting your consciousness, and now your world is going to start, reflecting that. Yeah, because you chose your strength, because you tapped into your inner strength, and because you decided to boss up. I love this for you. Yes. And you know what? And it's because you are meant to be a leader. You are meant to be, this next chapter is about you stepping in to your leadership. Okay. And now I'm like really being drawn to this little infinity symbol on her arm. And it really is about your limitlessness. Yeah, that's what's coming through. And it's the card 8. Yeah. And I just see this as like a divine union of yourself. But for some of you, this is going to be, coming as a relationship. Perhaps you could be, meeting someone new, someone that's really going to bring you that joy and contentment. And I feel like it will be, if it is a partnership on the horizon, a lot of you, it'll be a business partnership with the 8 of Pentacles here. But it's similarly, for the romantic side, that could be someone that you meet at work. Yes, with the Lovers coming out. But that's also dualistic, just like the Lovers, okay? So for some of you, this is going to be a business partner. For some of you, this is going to be an actual lover. I love the double entendre here that's going on. But yeah, either way, what you're being called to focus on what you love and being the best version that you can be of yourself. And that's how you're going to attract these situations. That's how you're going to bring this balance in, is by focusing inward, focusing on what you're doing, focus on what you want and where you're going. And that's going to attract this. But you already know that because you've been going within. That's part of this rebirth. I'm so fucking proud of you. This is amazing. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, Ace of Cups. So there is definitely new love coming in. Ooh, there's new love. We love that. Yes. Fuck yeah. Wow. Yeah, and this very much is, like I said, this new chapter is going to be one of contentment and bliss, and it's going to be one where the universe starts to reflect your reality with the Wheel of Fortune here. That's our positive omen. That's another cycle, like that's another click on the scale. So, yeah, it's very much like you're going to be riding the wave of good fortune and opportunity. Ooh. I love this energy. If you align with this energy, leave me like a 4-leaf clover. Yeah. Ooh. Ace of Wands. Yeah. So this is very much a chapter of like new creativity, new passion, new adventures is what I'm hearing. And it's like, this is going to relight like, or restore an energy in life to a level of passion inside of yourself that may have been, in a period of like winter where you felt like you hadn't felt that energy in a while and you were almost maybe wondering if you were going to feel that passion reignite. Well, it's coming. If you are not experiencing it already, it is right around the corner. I'm hearing 3 months for some of you. March and April, I don't know what is going on there, but I keep like psychically being drawn to March and April for a lot of people. So yeah. Yeah, but this is very much going to bring you also a lot of abundance. That this is about the give and return of blessings from the universe. I feel like it's so much about like the universe giving back to you finally is what I'm feeling with this. But similarly, it also is talking about just the two-way flow of abundance that you have with life, and I feel like this is going to be a chapter where you're able to be more generous, energetically even as well, because I just see this also as your cup being filled up by the divine and you really having overflow and enough to share. And that's just how I see this. Yeah, and especially with this, there's going to be like a melding. There's going to be a melding and a balancing, and that's going to create divine union with the Lovers here too. Okay. Yeah, and I'm seeing this bow and arrow. Sagittarius energy is coming through as well. And also, I'm really being like, they're drawing me into the flow of abundance in your life and really having an equal balance of giving and taking. Yeah. So that's really coming through a lot. Anything else, Spirit? I'm going to grab a Sacred Rebel Oracle card too for you guys. Yeah. And it's very much like I seen on the bottom, it's going beyond the normal. And that's what it is. It's finding new perspectives and new ways to look at things. And very much, yeah. So bring it into form is what's wanting to come out. But it's about using new perspectives and new methods. But Spirit is asking you to really consider what it is that you're being asked to bring into form. You know, what are you being asked to create or birth, you know, or what is trying to get out from inside of you? How can you enter that creator mode, you know, where you are giving to the divine as you are taking, you know, and that's, there it is. Okay. So yeah, this next step is one where you're creating too. It's not just work, I'm seeing creation. But there's just there's a few different things going on here, you know. You could be taking a class, you know, or like working on your next skill. And mind you, when you're working, you're also creating energy, you're creating situations, you're creating moments for people. So don't discredit any of that. Don't think that it has to just be something physical. That's coming through as well. Yeah. And some of you create atmospheres, I'm hearing. Like you create a whole atmosphere. Ooh. I love that for you. Yeah. And this next chapter, I feel like you're going to be able to keep your options open, you know? And I just, yeah, I was getting this vibe when I said there's a bunch of things here where it's like, I feel like you're gonna eventually, it's focused on like one thing right now, I feel like at a time, but eventually you're gonna be like well off enough to where you're gonna be able to have like simultaneous things running, you know, like, and it's gonna be like, oh, what do I wanna do today? Or what do I want to, you know, like your options are going to be very open. Yeah, pay attention to the moon cycles. That's going to give you a lot of power, okay? And it's really excellent times to release, you know? And similarly, you know, the sun, I work with the sun and the moon and the earth a lot. I call in that divine trinity. It's very powerful to work with. I don't know if anyone will be interested in hearing that, but I'm going to let that be the end of this reading. Yeah. I love you guys, and keep facing your true north.